even without the added factor of Lenny Hyde switching over, coaching at Clarendon College for over a decade, providing a lot of thrills, a lot of spills, a lot of titles. Now here at Dinthill Technical, a school that has been starved of, well, title glory for quite some time, 44 years to be exact, and they'll be looking to try and improve on what we saw last season. And Clarendon, they'll also be trying to improve for the first time in quite some time, not involved in the latter stages of the Da Costa Cup. They'll be looking to fix that and move with their new head coach, Devon Anderson, who for the past few seasons at the very least, when he was at Hydel, was getting into semi-finals and even finals regularly. This will be a very intriguing contest between two schools with now contrasting styles and a lot of quality on show as well here at Dinthill Technical High School.
Very much quality on show indeed. And as you mentioned, Lenny Hyde, 10 titles with Clarendon College from 2015 to 2025. 10 in 10 years, including obviously 4 Olivier Shields, 4 Da Costa Cups, 1 Ben Francis Cup, and 1 Champions Cup in 2021-22. What better man to be leading Dintill to try and knock off the mighty Clarendon College this afternoon. As you see both teams here. Not too long now before kickoff, around about 4 minutes as we go to the handshakes. And there's actually some very interesting team news on the side of Clarendon College. We're going to speak to you pre-game about some of the starmen you can look out for, but one of them is in fact not starting. Justin Hales of Clarendon College, 5 goals, 5 assists through their campaign so far, starting on the bench. But for Clarendon College, they've really and truly shared the goals and the assists around this season. So they will, however, have joint top scorer Nikolai Forbes on 5 goals starting this match. So he'll definitely be one that you can for sure look out for to make an impact for Clarendon College. When it comes to Dintill and a man that you can look out for, it's most definitely going to be Amani Morrison, 18 years of age, dons the number 7. And in 7 games this season, he's already bagged 8 assists to go along with 2 goals. Their leading creator, Lenny Hyde's leading creative force in that midfield. And if you want a player to look out for Dintill, he is definitely the one. There's going to be quality all over the pitch, wherever you look. And as we said, fascinating, exciting, and big-time matchup live at Dinthill Technical. It's Dintill versus Clarendon College. Just moments now away from kickoff. Officiating team just going through the handshakes at the moment with both captains. Referee today is Romaro Francis, joined by his 2 assistants, Pervel Beckett and Ludlow McKenzie. And the 4th official for this afternoon's clash is Shande Edwards. So it's going to be Dintill to kick us off this afternoon, going from right to left on your screen. And we are on the way here. Dintill look to maintain some early possession as they play it around the back, and quite a little bit of early pressure from Clarendon to a potential loose ball, but Dintill get it clear, and now look to come down this right side, but it's defended well at the first time of asking by Clarendon. Dintill throw.
It'll be very intriguing to see Dintill their first TV game under the tutelage of Lenny Hyde, whether or not they've really taken on board the style that we know Lenny Hyde and his teams are famous for, that fluid pass and move style, very similar to a continental South American style as well. And it'll also be pretty intriguing to see how Clarendon have adapted Devon Anderson's more rigid approach as opposed to what they've seen from Lenny Hyde over the past few seasons.
And Dintill win it back very high out the pitch here under immediate pressure from Clarendon. Now they're looking to restart this attack down this right side once more, but the 1-2 that time was loose. And you mentioned the rigidity of the style from Devon Anderson. I mean, both these teams have been excellent defensively throughout this competition. Both kept a clean sheet in their opening game of round 2. Clarendon conceded only 2 goals in the opening phase, while Dintill conceded only 3. Clarendon scoring 27 goals and Dintill scoring 28, so not much between them in terms of their output and their defensive statistics in that opening round. And we'll see if there is that much between them this afternoon. Early free kick here for Dinthill Technical.
Yeah, both teams, as you said, very defensively solid. I would assume in different ways a bit. Dintill, I would assume, through keeping the ball, heavy possession. Clarendon much more through just being a bit deep as a long shot comes in.
And the rebound is still free, but the flag does go up. The flag is up against Nicholas Paris. But in a flash there, Dintill putting some pressure on Liddell Rodney in the Clarendon goal.
He has been in goal for Clarendon for a few seasons now, Rodney, or at least involved in their squads. Declared #1 this season.
The ball goes long. First header is won by Dintill, goes straight out for a Clarendon throw.
Yeah, one thing about Lenny Hyde coach teams is people look at the flashy possession and how they attack, how they score goals. But the intensity out of possession has really always been a standout for Lenny Hyde coach teams. So for Clarendon, I think it will be important for them to match that first before they try and play their stuff.
As Clarendon again looking to match that intensity, but that time just a bit too overzealous in the challenge that it's going to be a Dintill free kick. Clarendon, one of the few teams still left in this competition that are undefeated. Won 7 of their first 8 games in the opening round, only drew once. While Dintill, despite only conceding 3 goals, they lost 2 of the opening 8 games in the first round, and they were pipped to the top of the group by McGrath in zone J, but they won it back here. Clarendon looking to drive down the line. It's a poor challenge, play in the box goes down, but just are coming together, says the referee. And now Dintill can look to come away potentially with numbers. Good challenge initially. Picked up here. Amani Morrison goes back infield. Now Reynolds. Now here's Dintill just trying to assert some dominance in possession, but very slack play in the midfield. Didn't check his mirrors. And Clarendon won it back, but just momentarily. A ball on this left side. Just looking to skip away from challenges. And Dintill retained possession. And again, the immediate pressure from Clarendon is clear as day to see. Every time Dintill approach the halfway line, they're swarmed immediately.
Yeah, and I think that will be the theme of the opening few minutes in this game, as that's a tough challenge coming in. Both teams trying to assert dominance.
And then A.R. Anderson that time was just chopped down quite rashly. First opportunity for either team of a set play here. First opportunity to see if there's any trickery that's been practiced on the training ground from Clarendon College. It's an exceptionally long run up here. And done. And he's actually going to take the shot, I believe, and he has. And I'll tell you what, it wasn't too far away. It did take a nick and it's gone out for a Clarendon corner.
And it certainly was traveling as well. Extremely strong hit coming in, I believe it was from Dushan Pettigrave.
And he'll come across to take the corner. We'll take another look at it and took a big deflection off the wall.
It actually looks as if it hit the base of the post as well. So much closer than goalkeeper Dante Clark would have thought.
As a corner kick is swung in by Pettigrave, and Clark had to be very sure at his near post and he punched it away quite convincingly. Another opportunity though for Deshane Petgrave. A little indication to his runners, swings it into the near post, again headed away at the first time of asking. Take 3 for Petgrave.
Yeah, and the pressure really piling up. Well, whenever he retrieves the ball, of course, but pressure certainly piling up here. 3 corners in a row. The referee stops it here. Some argy-bargy in the box before this one was taken. And you can see Petgrave trying to tell his troops where to go, where they need to be when he's delivering. I think he's looking for a near post run.
Swung in this time towards the back post, and the header, he just couldn't keep it down over the bar, and Dintill finally out of danger. It was A.R. Anderson at that particular moment arriving. Looked to change up from the near post deliveries on the 3rd attempt. Nonetheless, Dintill escape, and now they look to play out from the back. Tried the little Trivella pass that time, but Clarendon win it back, and now they're looking to drive away with Sims. And the referee has blown, I believe, for a goal kick for Dintill.
Yeah, this certainly will be a game filled with a lot of challenges. Big crowd on hand here at Dintill, as there usually is for these games, but of course these games against Clarendon usually mean a bit more. A school that has gotten the better of them lately, and they've gotten the better of them in possession here, but Dintill eventually get it clear.
And now Dintill once again will look to drive forward on the attack. We haven't really seen much of them as an attacking force in this game. 8 minutes in, they've struggled to get past that middle third. But now you'll see it's a lovely ball in behind if he can keep it in, and he will do so. It's gone out. It's actually gone out for a goal kick. So again, more struggles for Dintill going forward after what was a truly brilliant ball from Leon Reynolds to get his winger in behind, but just couldn't quite beat his man on the byline. Clarendon College will resume with this goal kick. And they will boom this one long. It is indeed a booming one. They win the first flick on, and Dintill get it all the way back up the pitch. Now it's a battle in the midfield trying to win the scraps of it. Thought it might have been a high boot, but the ball is gonna come away here for Dintill. It's a lovely ball in behind if you can get a good cross into the box. But again, Clarendon defending resolutely. For the moment, it falls to a Dintill player in the box, so turns and tries to swivel away with that left-footed strike, but it's blocked really well. Dintill still coming forward. Another block from Clarendon. It's all happening in the box at the moment, and then in the end, the cross, or attempted cross, from Amani Morrison wasn't up to his lofty standards, and it's going to be another Clarendon College goal kick.
Yeah, disappointing cross in the end, but that was some good pressure from Dintill. Consistently not allowing Clarendon to clear comfortably.
And as we mentioned, Amani Morrison pre-game 8 assists. Their creator-in-chief, as the referee blows up for a free kick for Clarendon College here. And if they are to break down the CC team, he will certainly be the man pulling the strings.
Yeah, the flying left back, his deliveries certainly have given Dinthill Technical a lot of aid this season, as we see another long set piece being teed up by Dushan Petgrave.
I mean, we know he's confident from this range. It's from the opposite side though. It's going to be another shot, and this time the wall again doing its job. Dintill trying to get things clear. He's going to be put under pressure here, and Nicholas Paris had to just skew that one away out of touch for a Clarendon throw. It's going to be certainly an aspect that Dintill have to take into account, the fact that they cannot give away free kicks in dangerous areas as the long throw is in, and it's hooked away by Leon Reynolds. More up than away though. Clarendon with the header. Good shielding that time from Dintill, and now they look to get it clear, but again they're pending to their own third. It's a shot coming in from distance, is blocked very well by Dintill, and then the numbers game just crowding out the Clarendon College players. But the battle here on this near side, good play that time to come away from the pressure and try to just flick that one over his head and get a teammate in. Oh, that's so unlucky that time. Siobhan Richardson just tried to turn, but he's giving away the ball, and now can Dintill come away on the counter attack? And we've seen that a couple of times on this very wet pitch, players losing their footing, and he's actually stayed down for Dintill, and anticipate we're going to have a short stoppage in play here.
He might have had an awkward landing as he tried to keep that one in play.
And just trying to ascertain which player for Dintill that is, but yeah, on this pitch, it has been raining quite heavily in Dintill, as it has across most of eastern and central Jamaica this afternoon.
Yeah, but when you mention the area that Dintill is in, that Bogwalk, Linstead area, it certainly is a place that rain is very prevalent all throughout the year. Yeah, it was an awkward landing. It looked as if it was Tirafa Bryan, their number 9. Looks as if he'll be fine to continue, however.
2 goals this season for Dintill's number 9, Brian. And he'll certainly be trying to add to his account this afternoon, but thus far Dintill have really struggled to create much of anything against the sea of blue in front of them. And another lovely ball out wide from Reynolds this time. Maybe he's got too much on it. And again, no, Brian keeps it in. It's a lovely cross. And the first time shot is saved brilliantly. But the flag is up on that far side against Nicholas Paris, and Rodney, who was called into action, made the save regardless.
Yeah, it was a lovely cross. At first we thought that the ball was just a tad bit too heavy. Maybe the rain, maybe the grass cover helped him a bit. But warning signs for Clarendon, he was unmarked in the box. Uncharacteristically from this Clarendon defense. That will be quite worrying for Devon Anderson early.
Now Dintill looking to build on some of this pressure they've had in the last couple of minutes. And it's falling kindly here on the left side, looking to get a strike in. Halfway across, halfway a shot from Amarian Small. And again, Clarendon off the hook. Amarian Small, 4 goals, 4 assists this season for Dintill. been one of their best attacking players. The diminutive number 11. Goal kick for Clarendon. Again, it's a booming one. Lovely first touch, but the referee's seen something he didn't quite like. It's going to be a free kick for Dinthill Technical.
You can tell immediately 15 minutes into the game that Clarendon seemed to be a more physical team, much more long goal kicks, long free kicks. Dintill have adjusted to that, however, and you can see them keeping a very narrow back four. And that with their holding midfielder in Leon Reynolds is allowing them to win those second balls whenever those long passes are thrusted forward. Here's another attempt at them, but again hooved up quickly.
Yeah, and these long clearances for Dintill on a couple of occasions, just nearly getting their attackers in behind. That time again it was Tirafa Bryan just trying to beat his man 1v1. Not much by way of real clear-cut chances thus far, 16 minutes into this game. The best chance for Clarendon came off that Petgrave free kick that was deflected and ended up nicking off the base of the woodwork. Dintill yet to provide a very clear chance at goal, and again the Clarendon press suffocating and Bryan forced all the way back to half line.
Yeah, 3 players converging on him all at once.
Fourth official just ensuring that Romain Grant doesn't steal a couple yards on this throw-in. Ends up doing so regardless. Beats the first man. And Dintill just trying to battle their way again on this right side, but Clarendon work it well out of pressure, and then a crunching challenge thrown in by Bryan. Luckily for Petgrave, he escaped unscathed, and his throw-in goes long. There's a Dintill player down here, but they'll continue to play on, looking to avoid the pressure in this midfield. Just got his legs mixed up, the Dintill defender, but again they come away with it, and then the free kick is won there by Amani Morrison.
And that Dintill player on the far side will finally get a chance to get some treatment.
And Navarre Anderson for Clarendon College, pictured there, the number 3 on your screen, has been one of their leaders in terms of this high press. As you see fans flocking to this game. It's a big game between 2 big teams, 2 former champions. Obviously Clarendon College really the dominant force in rural area football over the last decade.
Yeah, and they've had the better of Dintill over the last decade as well. In many games, many big games, they certainly have gotten the better of them. I would say the last massive one between the 2 teams would be the 2021 Champions Cup final. Clarendon nicked that one by a 1-0 courtesy of Kaim Dixon, who of course starred for Jamaica last night as they beat Bermuda by 4-0. Such the quality of the players that Clarendon College have been producing over the past few seasons. These players looking to be the next in that line as they win a foul over here on the left-hand side. That time it was Damian Sims.
Still just waiting to see that true quality from either side in an attacking sense thus far. We've seen very solid defensive work. We've seen extremely impressive off the ball work, very good work rate, especially from Clarendon College, but now another opportunity in this final third to create something. As a cross comes in, it's missed by nearly all the Dintill defenders, scooped away there by Morrison. Clarendon still in possession, just trying to drive away from defenders, but he's crowded out, and now can Dintill flow on the counter attack, and the pass just took a deflection
by his own teammate.
Yeah,
And now maybe Clarendon can start to get some possession, maybe create a chance from open play. They have been very dangerous from set pieces, but Dintill have practically stunted everything they've tried to do when the ball is live.
And again, they try and stunt this attack before it really gets started. Grant here with great shielding inside for Morrison. The pass is a loose one and he's given the opportunity to Clarendon College, and it's a shot off that left boot. And it's a brilliant block from a rain gale, but Dintill starman Morrison got them into a bit of danger there.
Yeah, that square pass centrally put them into a bit of havoc as they take this corner quickly. They'll get another, but that square pass put them into immediate danger, and it was good work initially from that Clarendon attacker driving away from his marker. I believe it was Damian Sims, but that huge block from Gale, but there were Dintill players lining up to block that shot. Another corner coming in.
Insuna from that far side, headed away. But Clarendon still in possession. Can they fashion another opportunity? Again, just trying that outside of the boot curler towards the wing. It's a poor touch from Dintill. Clarendon nearly win it back, but it's gone out for a Clarendon throw.
Here's a chance once more. It actually was Forbes bursting away from his defender, and a very good block. Looks as if the goalkeeper would have had it handled, but took no chances with the big centre back.
Yeah, Nikolai Forbes lurking around the penalty box area as a brilliant ball out to the right side for Clarendon College. Has to keep this in here. He's done well against Morrison though. And that time, Morrison did really well to win that individual battle. But again, the out ball from Dintill just can't be corralled at the moment, but they've won it at the second time of asking, and now they will look to come away. Oh, and that's almost certainly going to be a yellow card after a crunching challenge.
Yeah, that's about as certain a yellow card as you can get. It was Anthony Reid trying to track back. Marian Small always with his head up, trying to drive down that left flank. Yeah, it was about 2 seconds too late there, I believe.
And it's a cynical one, but in the end, he's stopped the immediate danger as Small had really and truly the entirety of that left wing to drive into. Reid made his decision, and now his team have to defend this set play.
Could be quite dangerous. Redain Reid to whip this one in.
It is towards the near post, cleared away by Clarendon though. And again, set piece is just not beating that first man, but Dintill win it back. And the curling effort from Leon Reynolds is straight into the welcoming arms of Liddell Rodney.
Yeah, comfortably right down the middle of the goal. No issues there for the goalkeeper. But based on how this game has gone so far, I can't help but feel that this is a game that might be decided by a set piece. Both teams struggling, I think, to create anything from open play unless it's coming from a mistake from either team. But set pieces certainly have seemed a pretty viable way for either team to get a big chance in this game.
Yeah, Nicholas Paris once again commanding this left flank. He's against 3 players from Clarendon though. He digs out a cross and it's a decent one, but just behind the Dintill attacker. And Clarendon get it clear, and then they win the second ball, and now an opportunity for them to come away on a counter-attack of their own. He's just slipped at the crucial moment there, Nayar Anderson. And then the flag goes up from this near side assistant.
Yeah, did see him offside there. Had a lot of green grass to run into. I'm surprised he opted for the early cross.
Again, just struggling with the pitch of these players, and I have to say, as you said, this game could be decided by a set piece. And again, Player just missing a ball as it skips off the turf here at Dintill. It's proving difficult for both teams to deal with the elements at the moment, and it's another foul, another cynical one. That time it was Javon Gordon, and Amarian Small has been proving a handful for pretty much the entire Clarendon right side.
Yeah, another mazy dribble from him. Beating his defender well, and he certainly wasn't taking that one lightly, Gordon. But Dintill have many talented strikers of the football. And this is a good area for a free kick. A bit wide, yes, over on this left-hand side, but enough space and time to get it up and over the wall.
And you mentioned they have a few good strikers of the ball. Leon Reynolds, who a couple of times in this first half has played some lovely switches of play. He's going to have an opportunity here over this set piece. Reed is also there. But it will be Reynolds just trying to sneak it between the wall, gets it back into the box. But Clarendon clear it away, only as far as Brian tries to unload a shot off that left boot. But now Clarendon looking to provide a quick lightning counter-attack, but it's defended so well by Dintill. They got numbers back and they got the clearance away, and the clearance very nearly turned into an opportunity.
Yeah, but Rodney was very active off his line. Used the entirety of his box there to claim.
And Rodney's kick again only finds a Dintill player. And despite both coaches kind of and that's a very rough challenge. The referee plays advantage though. Dintill player stayed down. Clarendon though trying to come away, and he just tried to skip between both Dintill defenders. The referee now will call a halt to this game.
And it's a Dintill player that actually put in the tough challenge that has stayed down.
And he absolutely, sometimes you see a player flies into a challenge, and we kind of mean it figuratively at times, but that time he quite literally flew into the challenge.
Oof.
Indeed taking flight. It was Romain Grant, and I'll tell you what, his foot was pretty much over the head of the Clarendon defender.
Yeah, it was Sims, who's probably, as you said, very lucky to escape without any injury there.
And I don't actually think, I mean, you said Sims has escaped potential injury. I think Romain Grant has escaped a potential yellow card as well, because that certainly should have been a booking. When you talk about dangerous play in today's game, that pretty much sums it up. Nonetheless, we're back underway. Clarendon again winning the second ball, but just losing it out at the crucial moment, and it's another skewed Dintill clearance that goes out for a throw-in as we approach the half-hour mark. And again, both teams really and truly struggling to get the ball on the floor and play some of this fluid stuff that we've come to expect from both Clarendon College and, well, Lenny Hyde coach teams, despite this being his first year with Dintill. As the ball comes into the box, it goes over the head of Marson. It's a lovely first touch. He's trying to scoop it away. It's the Dintill defense, but it's going to fall here in the box. Dintill at 6s and 7s, they still can't get it clear. It falls to Small. And now Dintill finally out of pressure. But now it's end-to-end stuff at the moment, because the ball is away here with Morrison. Looks to hook it into the box. Reynolds came out. Rodney came out, excuse me. But his defender took charge. Dintill still on it. There's Morrison. First time ball into the box. It's a lovely ball actually, but the first touch just evades Giovanni Donegan. That was a real opportunity for him if he could take that down in the box, Leger.
Yeah, opportunities for both teams. I was about to say half chances for both teams, but maybe a little more than that. Maybe a 2/3 chance in both of the boxes there. But just that final action, that final touch that both teams needed to make just not precise enough. And that pretty much has summed up the game as a loose hand came in late. I saw it there from the Clarendon player. Nayar Anderson it was. And another yellow card is given elsewhere to Amaria Thomas as well. Yeah. So maybe a bit of frustration peeking over, a bit of extra aggression coming into the game from Clarendon. They've received all the yellow cards so far.
Yeah, it's been a very stop-start affair here. And that time you could almost sense the frustration from Amaria Thomas in that challenge. He must chop down the Dintill player. Dintill are going to have a free kick here, as I think there's going to be.
Yeah, a bit of a stoppage. It looks as if Lydell Rodney's down. We'll probably give both teams a chance to talk things over 31 minutes into the game as we see a confirmation of the yellow card to Amaria Thomas. Yeah, but a chance for both players, both sets of teams to talk things over. It seems as if the lay of the land has really come out to show here. We expected a tight game. It has been very tight. It has been very physical, very set piece heavy. Both teams still struggling to get any significant dominance in the game so far.
And some full-time scores coming in from around the DaCosta Cup in what was a truly high-scoring affair. Kems Hill getting the better of Cedric Titus. Final scoreline 6-4, a 10-goal thriller. Yet to see any goals here.
It looks as if I would know where the goals have gone.
Indeed, as small shot is blocked. And how many times have we said that in this first half? A lot of shots coming in from distance, but defenders well placed in what's been a real defensive battle between Dinthill Technical and Clarendon College. And the referee's blown, I believe it's going to be a free kick for Dintill here. Having a word.
Yeah, it looks as if the challenge was overly aggressive there on the far side, the left side of Clarendon, the right side of Dintill.
It was Deshaun Petgrave who made the challenge. And
he will give Dintill a chance to get a set piece in. He will be their captain, Radane Reed. 4 goals, 2 assists to his name. He's looking to add a 3rd assist to that now with this delivery.
Clarendon making some last-minute adjustments to this wall. Reed's free kick. It's a good delivery. And again, headed away by Clarendon College. And pretty much every set piece in this game has been repelled by the defensive team.
And it was a good delivery, you know. Nicholas Paris there at the front post, he just didn't get off the ground. Misjudged the height of that delivery, I think. But certainly had time and space had he gotten off the ground. There at that near post was Paris. Of course, not the first Paris to be the star here at Dinthill Technical. Kahim Paris was for quite some time one of the best players in the DaCosta Cup. Was unable to get the better of this very Clarendon College team as Dintill go on another attack.
Here is Small, drives towards the byline, beats his man, tries to get the cross in. Fantastic goalkeeping from Lydell Rodney.
He came out and narrowed the angle really well. Really gave Small one choice, and that would be to cut the ball back, but even then denied that opportunity.
I mean, Amara and Small has been probably their best attacking force, Dintill. All the threat for them so far has come down this left side, as again, referee having a word with the players inside the box. It's been a very physical encounter. Referee still not satisfied at the moment. Just taking a look at a different battle. This time it's Small and Anthony Reed as the corner kick comes in. Again, it's to the near post. Again, it's headed away, but this time by a Dintill player. And it's going to be a goal kick. And I mean, for both teams, they continue to struggle to create, even off set pieces. And I mean, Leger, for Devon Anderson, And for Lenny Hyde, with 10 minutes left in this first half, which coach do you think would probably be the more happy of these two sides?
I think it would be Devon Anderson, based on what we've seen from Devon Anderson coach teams in the past. He's a coach that loves these types of games, thrives in them. As a matter of fact, we've seen Heidel, his last team, thrive over the past couple of seasons in these sort of environments where the games are tight and you just need one goal. It's just that over the past couple of seasons at Heidel, he had quite exceptional players to bail him out in certain moments. Clarendon, they'll need a player like that to step up in this game. It remains to be seen if one of them will.
That's lovely pirouette in the middle of the field. Dintill still trying to come away with it. Battle in the center circle, but Clarendon come away as winners. And then some fantastic footwork, and the referee, again, a bit of a quick whistle this afternoon as he calls for the free kick for Clarendon.
Yeah, looking to keep everything in check as quickly as possible.
As a crowd getting into it themselves in what can often turn into a very, very aggressive, very feisty affair. Referee just trying to keep things calm, but again, we've seen him step up from this sort of range before. Petgrave once more. Another shot towards goal, and it's a fantastic save. He had to watch it all the way. Clarendon still in possession. Down this left side, challenges coming in. Clarendon still on it. It's 2v1 though on this far side, and Dintill win it back, but it's going to be a Clarendon throw, and Petgrave again providing most of the danger, as might actually not have been Petgrave over that free kick. But nonetheless,
it looks as if Clarendon College have quite a few talented strikers of the ball. That time a right-footed effort coming in.
As you see it here, just curling away from the goal, and a really good save from Clark. There's a corner kick here. In-swinging corner coming in. Oh, it's a very good one. And the header from Clarendon was cleared off the line, I believe. They've still got it. And a fantastic challenge that time. Challenges flying in all afternoon, and it was a clean one that time from Dintill. Clarendon throw-in. Be taken by Anthony Reid. Potential for a long one. And it is right towards the edge of the box. First header is missed, and then the clearance from Dintill is good enough, but only for a momentary reprieve from this Clarendon wave. Another fantastic challenge from Dintill, and then one to match it from Clarendon. Tackles flying in all over the shop. Free kick Clarendon.
It looks as if we'll get another attempt from range. We've seen them from Petgrave. Looks as if he's taken control of this one. And these attempts from range have been the closest that Clarendon have come so far. What can they dial up now?
Just about 6 minutes to play before halftime. It's Petgrave again. That time he just got under it, and that one was always rising high and wide of Dante Clark's goal.
Yeah, certainly got the elevation on this strike, but as I mentioned, high and wide, the accuracy lacking from the left back.
Dintill again trying to muster up the quality to play out from the back. And I'll tell you what, the fierce challenges and the physical affair that we've seen so far has certainly had an impact on both teams' ability to try and keep the ball on the floor, try and play some good stuff. As we mentioned earlier, both coaches pre-game were anticipating their sides playing some good football, especially Coach Lenny Hyde, as Dintill will try to meet those expectations once again. Lovely drop of the shoulder, and then he digs out across. Good defensive header from Clarendon, only as far as Morrison, but he lost his footing at the crucial moment, and now another opportunity for Clarendon on the counter-attack.
Yeah, not many bodies forward though, so it's a one-man show so far.
Can he dig out across? He does well to win the corner, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, he did. It was a one-man transition there. It was Siobhan Richardson advancing from a deeper area. Haven't seen too much of him today. And this will be the 7th corner for the team in blue, Clarendon College. They certainly have their supporters here as per usual. Big time the Costa Cup matchup early in the piece as well. Round of 32 action, the second game of the round for both of these schools.
This time it's an outswinger. It's driven towards the back stick, and the header coming in the end went straight out of play.
Yeah, watched over well by Dante Clark.
It was Rashawn Sterling that time with the header.
More the Costa Cup scores, William Knibb and Central High currently, not Central, at Morant Bay High, currently 1-1 in their round of 32 clash. William Knibb, of course, won their first round of 32 game against Central, hence a confusion by a 1-0 over the weekend. Also Glenmuir, they're leading by 4-0 against St. Mary High, thanks to, you can probably guess by now, a Rain Watson hat-trick.
So again, as we've seen, goals flying in.
Everywhere but here, huh?
Indeed, just our luck. Dintill player just receiving treatment at the moment.
Must be said though, we have mentioned that both of these schools have had a rich history in the Da Costa Cup, the Ben Francis Cup as well, and of course the Champions Cup, but we've tended to see goals in this contest. Could the second half unlock that? I'm not sure, but we still have time in the first. Well, based on how things are looking, it's certainly favoring not too many in this game.
Yeah, and you did say we have had goals in this contest in the past. Pretty much all come for Clarendon College in the last 7 meetings between these teams. 27 goals combined, 22 of which came for Clarendon College. Obviously their last meeting in 2022, the Costa Cup quarterfinals, was a 4-0 victory for Clarendon College. Doubt we'll see that many goals this afternoon, but hopefully that's a bit of commentator's curse from me. As a throw-in comes in for Clarendon College.
Trying some reverse psychology, Lyle.
Ball is going to trickle out again for another Clarendon College throw. Just 2 minutes plus time added on for injuries and stoppages at the end of this first half. We have had quite a few. As I said earlier, this has been a stop-started game in the opening 45 minutes. A lot of set pieces, a lot of fouls, some yellow cards as well, but not many clear-cut opportunities for either side, especially from open play. Dintill again trying to string some passes together, play that football we've come to expect from Lady Hyde teams, but as you alluded to earlier, it is his first season with the team and they are showing that they're struggling just a bit to play that football, and then you see another slip there, and the elements certainly playing a factor in this game in the first half.
Yeah, but the Devon Anderson coach, Clarendon College, certainly playing a factor as well. Their physical nature there, them not allowing Dintill any time on the ball, as we're seeing here, has certainly been a strong factor also.
And Dintill putting on some pressure of their own, and I think, honestly, Amani Morrison was a bit unlucky that time. Thought he won the ball, but probably just a bit overzealous with this challenge. Brilliant 1-2 on this left side if they can keep it in.
They can't.
And very good defending from Romain Grant.
Headed towards 2 minutes of stoppages at the end of this first half.
So again, Dintill's goal kick is taken short, and now they look to go long, but pass doesn't beat the first Clarendon man. And now a potential opportunity for Clarendon College, but Dintill gets it away, and they've got themselves a throw-in deep inside their own half. Romain Grant will take this throw. Throw-in is taken long towards the halfway line. Dintill win the flick on. But again, that second ball, just haven't been able to get a hold of it at the moment, and then it's going to be another free kick for Clarendon College after another pretty aggressive challenge, that time coming in from Dintill. One more chance for Clarendon to pump it long, and they do. Great leap and a great defensive header from Dintill. More battles in the midfield over possession. Dintill will come away with it and then look for the ball in behind for Small. Haven't seen much of him in the past 10 or so minutes. And again, Giovanni Donegan struggling to make his impact on this game, to make a mark. And really and truly, he has been pretty much a non-factor. The Dintill striker has really struggled to hold things up for them. I mean, when you're struggling to play your football in the midfield, one thing you really would want is that your striker can sort of bring things together, stitch things together, and bring his teammates into play. Hasn't quite happened for him yet. Here's Morrison though. Just over 30 seconds to play. Morrison just looking to use that physicality and drive to the byline potentially. Shaping to cross, and he does so. He digs it out fairly well. Here's Reed. That's a strike from distance from Reynolds. I thought there might have been an arm there, but referee says nothing doing, and Clarendon can get it clear.
Yeah, Clarendon doing what they have been doing very well throughout this first half. Many bodies in and around the ball, not allowing Dintill a lot of time and space to execute anything positive enough to breach their defense. And those bodies have told and has certainly aided in this first half being 0-0.
And the referee has called for the first half to come to an end here from Dinthill Technical, and we were hoping for a really exciting goal-filled game. It hasn't been that way so far. So far it's been a physical battle between both teams, and at halftime the scoreline reads Dinthill Technical 0, Clarendon College 0. We'll be back shortly for first half highlights.
Crunch your craving with the value menu from KFC. With combos starting at just $620. KFC, it's finger licking good.
Come on now, ping pong chairs, choo-choos, amazing, taste so good. Feed your cravings, chocolate rich, you'll be craving more and more and more and more. Here comes the craze. Ping pong chairs and choo-choos, feed your cravings, you know you want to.
Now it's a party with ping pong.
Assistant coach.
No. Your job is to bring the water and keep us hydrated. Matter of fact, where's the water?
I've got it, coach.
I know you weren't expecting to see me here. Now you can find your favorite chicken and snacks in the same place. It's true. Come on in.
Introducing the delicious combination of KFC fried chicken and Doritos nacho cheese. The KFC Doritos Zinger, a crunch that's finger-licking good.
Welcome back to CVM TV's live and exclusive coverage of the Costa Cup second round action in 2025. Halftime scoreline here from Dinthill Technical is Dintill 0, Clarendon College 0. It's been a hotly contested first half, but no goals just yet. Nonetheless, we'll take you through first half highlights. As I said, not much by way of clear-cut opportunities, but Petgrave's free kicks have been a major threat that time. Deflected off the wall and then clipped the outside of the post. Deshaun Petgrave, major threat so far for Clarendon, and then Morrison with a loose pass, and the shot came in from Nikolai Forbes. It was a good block in the end from a rain gale, and it was more half chances as the ball looped over the head of Morrison. Dintill defense at 6s and 7s. And then Anthony Reid just trying to steal in and poke it home, but Dante Clark made himself big, and eventually Dintill could scoop things away. Another free kick, this time a curler with that right foot. Again, around about 35-40 yards out, and Dante Clark, maybe one more for the cameras, but he was at full stretch nonetheless. In a first half that has been really and truly stop-start. 50-50 possession, split right down the middle. 6 shots for Dintill, 9 for Clarendon College, 5 on target for Clarendon College, who have certainly had the better of the opportunities. As I said, stop-start, 6 fouls, 5 for Dintill, and 6, as I said, for Clarendon College. 2 yellow cards both for Clarendon College, and they lead the corner kick battle 7-1. Really and truly, not much in terms of really good fluid attacking play from either side, but hopefully in the second half we'll see some goals flying. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back we'll have second half action from Dinthill Technical. Back after this.
Where it all begins. The quest to become great. Inspired by those who went before them, these 4 boys dream of playing in the ISA schoolboy football competitions.
Will you score this for Casey? Will you score? It's a shot, it's a goal!
And it's a shot, and it's a goal! And Casey has won the Manning Cup, and they will play Clarendon College in the Olivia Shield.
CVM Sports ISA SBF Review is brought to you by KFC, Charles, Water, Pringles, True Shake, Powerade.
Here are the highlights at full time. Jamaica College really filling the goals. Dwayne Berger with a fantastic strike. First time off the right boot, curling past the goalkeeper. Nothing he could do about that one. 1-0 JC. This one was Berger turning provider, and Jabari Howell, number 7, on his left boot. Must be said that the goalkeeper should take some of the blame for that one. That should have been a comfortable save, and that was goal number 2. It was an effort from Dante Logan from outside the box. You're going to see a trend from Jamaica College. Weren't shy from shooting outside the box. Look at this free kick now from Donald Stewart. Peach picked out his target, made no mistake. And at that stage, Jamaica College were just warming up. Howell finding Keshawn Lee Chin, pushing it past the defender easily. Look at this, one drop of the left shoulder, plays it across the goalkeeper. no chance. JC 4-0.
It's now time for our final segment here on High School Pitchside, and we're going to hit the big screen for your comments in fan view. And this week we'll be reacting to, well, Vauxhall High School's head coach, Kyle Butler, and his reaction to their 4-1 loss to Jamaica College. Ready? Let's go. All right, first one. Is that grimacy and we're not halfway in the season yet? Love the confidence. Do it for the youth them. There she's alluding to Kyle's gray and white hairs in his face and beard, in his hair and beard. Moving on. Yes, Sledge says, Wolmer's is my school, yeah! But definitely rooting for this Umber and his clique. Go and do it, Miss General. Stand up in it. All right, next up. Alti says, can't beat JC. Can't beat JC, brother. Maybe next year. Relax. Next up. Brian Russell says, we did have to settle them, I swear. Brian is a JCU old boy, so that is why he must say, yo, we have to get we have to settle Vauxhall. Next up, Sleeping and I says, LOL, draw with them on your bad pitch and got dismantled on a smooth pitch. And the head coach, Kyle Butler, he rounds out the comments by saying, we move forward. We got it wrong today, but we will move forward. The objective remains the same. Keep supporting the boys and the school. And the Vauxhall colors there, so green and blue. So, one more comment. Producer said one more comment. All right, CVM_High School Pitchside crew says, screaming happy birthday to Ronaldo Adams. Big up yourself, you. Hashtag one Ronaldo.
One Ronaldo.
I don't want to drop. Look. Thank you very much, guys. I really appreciate it.
Happy birthday, Ronaldo.
Thank you very much. Big up my side. One CVM High School Pitchside team. I'm grateful for everyone. Thank you very much for the well wishes. Oh, mighty God.
Nice.
What a handsome fella. My. I hope somebody vlogging this for me. I would hope someone is vlogging this for me.
The Wilmerian?
Yes, the Wilmerian. Product of Heroes Circle. Product of Jesse Paul. Product of the University of Technology, Jamaica.
Yes.
No.
Big horse.
No, at CVM TV. So thank you guys very much. I truly appreciate this. All right. And that's a wrap on this week's edition of High School Pitchside. All things being equal, we will see you guys again next week, same time, same place, only on CVM TV, as we continue to bring you double headers this Saturday from Montego Bay Sports Complex, with the powerhouse Cornwall College taking on Kempshill and the Giants Rossies playing Magotty. Don't miss it. From myself, Naldo, Janae, and Gio, big up on yourself and stay safe.
Where it all begins. The quest to become great. Inspired by those who went before them, these four boys dream of playing in the ISA schoolboy football competitions.
Will you score this for Casey? Will you score? It's a shot, it's a goal!
And it's a shot, and it's a goal! And KC has won the Manning Cup, and they will play Clarendon College in the Olivia Shield.
Welcome back, one and all, to 2025 round of 32, the Costa Cup action from Dinthill Technical at halftime. We're going to go to Giovanni Brady quickly, who spoke to a fan at halftime.
Here at halftime, Dinthill Technical 0, Clarendon College 0. And we're here with a familiar face. What's your name, sir?
Well, my name is Original Nuts, you know. You know, I sell the peanut, them, I normally sell them cheap with a little discount price. The more you buy, like the less you pay, like 1 for 100, 6 for 600, and we have a little guarantee. So if you buy and you eat and your belly don't feel good, and you mind that it's a peanut, because when you don't eat, you can bring it back and get back your money, and you don't have to worry if you're pressure to come in normally budget them from left and come around. Amen, everybody?
Alright, thanks very much. Let's get back to the football. Which one of these two teams you're supporting?
Clarendon College, of course.
Okay. How long have you been a Clarendon College fan?
Many years ago. Whole heap of years ago. A Clarendon College, I choose the right school for carry, right school. You understand? Because a Clarendon College take me through the world. Right now at the moment, as me can tell you, me walk with my passport in case rain fall and wash out the match and them say them bring it overseas, we can't able to go overseas because me have my fear in my pocket too.
Okay, so you follow Clarendon College everywhere. Alright, so you're here today against your former coach, Lenny the teacher Hyde. How you feel about that?
Well, me feel good enough to know within myself say him left out for Clarendon College and come down here so, and me go left out for Clarendon College and come here so, come beat him. I mean know say after me beat him today, I want to come back to Clarendon College, but me don't want him back up there.
Alright, give me your thoughts on your team's first half performance. What do you think about your team's first half performance so far?
Well, let me tell you now, that's typically Clarendon College. You know, the first half and thing, you see them play and kind of check out how the side play and stuff like that. So you know, say in the second half, everything I got turned up. So I can tell you that right now, Clarendon College will give them 2-0 second half.
Alright, one last thing, give me a prediction.
2-0.
2-0 Clarendon College.
2-0 in favor of Clarendon College.
Alright, and there you have it, guys. Second half, it's here live on CVM TV.
I'll notice says 2-0. Leger, would you concur with that?
Well, I mean, personally, I've been touted as a prediction guru. This game seems to be a little bit out of my jurisdiction due to what we've seen so far. But I do hope to see some goals in this game, that's for sure. Original Nuts say, let's see if your prediction will come true. One thing that you did predict is goals. The second half is now underway. Let's see if we can get at least one of them, hopefully early in the second 45 minutes.
Yeah, second 45 underway action here at Dinthill Technical. And in the second half, Dintill kicking from left to right, Clarendon from right to left. Dintill in the famous maroon and gold, Clarendon in blue and yellow. And of course, all jerseys provided this season in schoolboy football by Soccer Express.
Yeah, lovely jerseys as well, Soccer Express. You know, if you want jerseys anywhere around the place, if you want it casually, if you want it for business or schoolboy football, you know where to turn. They certainly have been providing some excellent jerseys for quite some time now. No different this season. I'm sure one of these players in these fantastic jerseys would like to get a move on, get some fluid football going.
I mean, Coach Hyde said pre-game that his team would try and play some big man football and he would expect much of the same from his former team, saying that he left some of that up there. As we'll just take a break from that as Dintill trying to come forward. He's been crowded out though. 3 against 1, but he's won a corner kick well on that left side. Again, it's Amarian Small leading the break.
Yeah, he has been a danger man for Dintill so far in this game. Yet to get the space and time that I'm sure he would like to get a significant shot off, as we'll see a change very early. Perhaps it just wasn't ready at the halftime interval, but it's time now to see one of the danger men for this Clarendon team, Justin Hales, now wearing the number 10.
And his first duties will be defensive.
Not often we see a defensive change for a corner kick.
Reed's corner towards his back stick. And it was headed down by Donegan. But he couldn't find a teammate or indeed the target. Clarendon trying to win it back, battling valiantly. Here's Donegan still though. That time he holds it up well, something he really struggled to do in that first half. And Dintill maintaining possession. And now ball over the top into the middle, headed away well by Clarendon. Good defending by Rashawn Sterling. But the clearance comes all the way through to Dante Clark. And as I was mentioning earlier, both coaches, well, Lenny Hyde in particular, expecting good football from both sides. But I'd say so far he's probably been a bit disappointed in that his side hasn't been able to quite play the football to his standard just yet. But as you said, credit to Devon Anderson and Clarendon College for really and truly stifling this Dintill team thus far.
Yeah, but Devon Anderson throughout the years has garnered a reputation as a very good defensive coach. We saw that with Heidel, who he was with for 3 seasons, guiding them to the semi-finals in the Champions Cup in both 2023 and 2024. Semi-finals in the Manning Cup last season, 2024, and also that's a pass over the top. And also the Manning Cup final in 2023, which they lost by a goal to nil, Heidel to Mona, but was a very prominent coach before that as well at Holy Trinity. Lost the inaugural Champions Cup final to Jamaica College by 2 goals to nil. Also made 2 Manning Cup semi-finals with really an unfavored Holy Trinity team to Jamaica College as well, both of those semi-finals, 4-0 and 3-0, but that's really what put Devon Anderson on the map, and throughout the years he's only been growing from strength to strength, looking to take this Clarendon team as he explores, as he said in his pre-match interview, like Dora, this Clarendon team looking to maybe get something going.
And he indeed was the manager to make the first alteration as they win it back high up the pitch here. Clarendon College, again it's a 1v2, a good play, and he did really well to win a corner kick, Nikolai Forbes.
Yeah, he's been on the fringes of the game, but when he does have the ball at his feet, does show some quality, does Forbes.
We did highlight him pre-game alongside Justin Hales. As I was just saying, Devon Anderson making the first alteration, bringing on one of his star men in Hales. He's now got both of his top scorers on the pitch, and they're actually both joint top assists as well. They're both with 5 goals and 5 assists this season, as a referee once again ensuring that things don't boil over in the box before this corner kick. But Clarendon, now you'd say, in terms of their attack, are at full strength, and Dintill will have their hands full with both Hales and Forbes. And first and foremost with this corner kick, and again the referee not happy at all. You see a Clarendon College player holding his head, and it is just going to be a retake, no penalty, excuse me.
Saw a smile on the face of Omaria Thomas after, maybe trying to deceive the referee. And we'll finally get this corner kick now.
Second time of asking, this in-swinging corner. Again, into a good area. Again, Clarendon College win the first header, and again, Dintill get it clear. Now Small, that does really well to ride the challenge, but
look at the numbers streaming back for Clarendon College.
Yeah, and the J beat me to it. The numbers game, I mean, really for both teams defensively, has been very valuable in this game. 50 minutes in, 52 minutes in. Lovely first touch. Now looking to drive into the space is Brian. Oh, brilliant close control. He's still going. Maybe just took it a step too far as Clarendon win it back. Clarendon have still got it here. Forbes' ball infield. Now can they look to stitch together a cohesive attack? Lovely ball into the feet of the striker, but it was just a bit too heavy.
It was always going to be difficult to control that one.
And it's key for these players to not let that frustration come into play and not try and force things, because when you try and do that, oftentimes you lose possession, and they did that time. More battles in the midfield. That time it's won really well by Dintill, and the referee plays advantage. It was Donegan who's now dropped into a central midfield area. Now Morrison just tried to play it down the line, but his pass was heavy. And Clarendon can get it forward, and Morrison's out of position.
Covered well though. Dominic Grant, the one doing that sweeping, is tasked with covering that left side, that channel when Morrison goes on his forays forward. There's Devon Anderson. Colors pop stylish as per.
Didn't have too much to say pre-game. Devon Anderson, as you see Lenny Hyde pictured as well. Hoping that his team would do the talking for him. And so far, Clarendon College, in my opinion, at least have certainly been the better of these two sides. Not by much though.
Yeah, this game can still be decided by just a moment. It's there for the taking, but it doesn't seem as if either team is primed to take it at this current moment.
Here's Small. That change of pace has been lethal all game. His pass was a poor one, but he's back on it once again. Looks so confident on the ball, and again, it's just loose at the moment from Dintill. Rodane Reed, the captain, just taking his eye off it. Gives possession right back to Clarendon College.
And they lose it immediately now.
Yeah, I mean, pre-game we were thinking about how big a match this would be in terms of the winner potentially. Well, being right on the doorstep of the round of 16. Whoever wins this game obviously will go on to 6 points. As we mentioned earlier, both these teams won their first match of the round of 32. Clarendon by 3-0 over York Castle, and Dintill by 1-0 over Port Antonio. What if things remain as they are and this game ends in a draw? Both teams obviously going on to 4 points. It would mean that that final game, that's a brilliant challenge coming in. That final game for both these sides will be massive. But here's an opportunity though. Clarendon College is 2 against 4 here. But Forbes has done brilliantly and looks to get the ball into the box. It's just overhit though. They've still got numbers. And they're looking to drive towards that byline. It's good defending, really good defending from Romain Grant against Damian Sims. Just picked his moment and timed this challenge to perfection.
Yeah, it doesn't look as if he prevented the corner kick, however. So another chance from a set piece here for Clarendon College. Another chance for Forbes to get an in-swinger in. This will be, I believe, the 9th corner kick for Clarendon College. The 10th. Yet to make any of them tell. They have asked questions, but Dintill have often found an answer. What will be the result here?
Forbes in towards that back stick, and the header just couldn't direct it goalwards. And again, Dintill do enough, just about enough, as Damian Sims' header went up for a goal kick, which Dintill looked to take quickly. And really and truly, neither goalkeeper has been tested to a great extent. Obviously that big save from Dante Clark from the free kick from nigh on the halfway line, but I believe that one was probably more for the cameras as he watched it all the way. But Dante Clark has certainly been the busier of these two goalkeepers. But Rodney, whenever he's been called upon, has done really good in terms of his sweeping. But overall, he might have to do a bit more here as he tries to come out, and a bit of a mix-up between defender and goalkeeper. But Clarendon escape. Only for the moment. Here's Morrison looking to combine with Small. The return from Morrison. And does well to win the corner kick. And apologies for any of that language that you heard, but corner kick nonetheless. Rodane Reed going to be an in-swinger here. Again, one of the few moments we've seen Morrison drive away and get in behind the defense. Hasn't quite yet made a significant impact when it comes to his attacking play. 8 assists, 2 goals this season, as we mentioned. Reed's corner. Oh, and it's the keeper came out. I tell you what, he was in no man's land, but the header from Brian, he really just couldn't keep it down. But Rodney, on a couple of occasions, got himself in problems here.
Yeah, really came and got nowhere close to the ball. And it was Brian, but there were a couple of Dintill players, maybe his own teammate, Paris got in his way. Iffy goalkeeping from Rodney on that occasion, but nothing doing. The scoreline remains 0-0.
The goal kick only finds a Dintill player. It is Morrison. Infield to Donegan. Now the switch of play out wide to Romain Grant. And he's actually got some space here, as does Brian. Skips away from one challenge and then the second. Brian still going. Now Morrison. Brian traveling from left to right. But Dintill just trying to turn that screw, and they win a free kick after a really good bit of play from Tirafa Brian, and they take it quickly. Actually, here is Grant. Run in behind by Donegan. They put it back to Reed. One of their only real good spells of possession in the Clarendon half here for Dintill. Now they work it all the way back to Grant.
But the pass wayward in the end.
And it's gone out for a Clarendon throw, and Amani Morrison made sure that Clarendon couldn't take that one quickly as he booted the ball
over that fence.
And we're gonna need a replacement here that's just come in now.
Lenny Hyde animated, trying to get his team into a rhythm, trying to get them going in this game.
Neither team has really got going in an attacking sense. Grant once more. Stops and goes.
The pass intercepted in the end from Petgrave.
As scores again coming in. Morant Bay now lead William Knibb by 2-1, and Glenmuir lead St. Mary. Wait for this, 7-0. And as myself and Leger said earlier, goals everywhere but here. An hour played. Dinthill Technical 0, Clarendon College 0. Dintill again just trying to stitch things together. At that moment they hadn't been able to create a fluid attack, but they've still got it here small.
That's going to be a foul. Chop down on the left hand side was small.
And it was on Mario Thomas again.
Yeah.
He's on a yellow card.
Has to be very careful. The crowd still growing here at Dinthill Technical. Lydell Rodney taking a seat right before the set piece, breaking some momentum. Is the Clarendon College custodian.
Radane Reed will have to wait to take this free kick. But it's a very, very dangerous position here for Dinthill Technical. And referee Romaro Francis has had a lot to deal with in this game so far. He's done so fairly well, in my opinion. Now just having a word again with the Clarendon wall. We could see a shot at goal here from Radane Reed. It's a cross instead. It was missed at the near post, and Reynolds It just sort of hit him instead of him going to claim it. More iffy goalkeeping, but in the end he did enough.
Yeah, Clarendon survive again once more. But Dintill still trying to create something.
Aerial challenge there. Small loses out. Morrison coming down that left side. Wins the throw in. And again, referee just ensuring that Reed doesn't need attention. Now Morrison's long throw into the box. Headed away by Clarendon College. Only as far as Reynolds. Out to the right side for Brian. Now driving infield once again, as he has done so effectively in his first half. He was taken off of his foot by his teammate, but the strike was blocked really well. Reynolds wins it back though. Dintill in the last 5 to 10 minutes have been the better of these two sides.
Yeah, trying to turn the screw. That's a tough challenge coming in, and it's actually going the way of Clarendon. It was Reynolds. The Clarendon College team frantically asking for a card from the referee. Full-blooded challenge it was coming in. Javon Gordon and Reynolds, and he'll need some assistance now. Here it is once more. The ball was there to be won a 50-50, and I don't see much there.
Yeah, I think Leon Reynolds is incredibly unfortunate to have the free kick given against him. His foot wasn't, and he's actually been yellow carded as well. Leon Reynolds.
Yeah, the force of the challenge I think might have prompted that decision from the referee, but as you mentioned, his foot wasn't upright. He was sliding down. No stud shown.
Won the ball.
Won the ball as well, really cleanly.
In the end, Javon Gordon of Clarendon College has come up worse for wear from that challenge.
But that's just the type of game it has been.
Indeed.
Extremely physical, both teams battling in the midfield areas defensively. Both teams sound. Not quite the game that you expect from what was billed as the Lenny Hyde Derby.
Glenmuir, we just mentioned about 5 or so minutes ago, they were leading 7-0. It's now 9-0 against St. Mary. And another score coming in from the DaCosta Cup. Mannings lead BB Coke by 2-0. And they continue to be really dominant in this year's DaCosta Cup. Is going to have a substitution here for Clarendon College.
Looks as if it will be Forbes making his way off. It is Forbes.
And he's replaced by Ruani Rampasal.
3 goals to his name this season, Rampasal. Let's see if he can add another one today.
So free kick is taken long towards the Dintill box. Clarendon win the second ball. And they're looking to turn and drive. It's a lovely ball in behind. Takes it around the goalkeeper. He just gets it stuck under his feet at the crucial moment. And it was the substitute Rampasal who nearly made an instant impact.
Yeah, right away, stealing in behind. And you are right, Lyle. Just got the ball stuck under his feet. Did well to evade the goalkeeper, Clark, initially. I think if that touch was cleaner, it would have been Clarendon 1, Dintill 0. They still have a chance now, however.
Another Clarendon corner. Again, cleared away. Controlled well by Dintill, and now they look to drive, but that time is poor play. Clarendon win it back in a dangerous position, and they take a shot from distance.
Comfortable,
to say the least, for Dante Clark, who's marshaled his area very well this afternoon. Again, Dintill try and throw bodies forward. They've got numbers here on the far side if they can work it well enough, and they do. Here's Brian, who's got players in the box to support him, but the cross was overhit, and he beats everyone. It goes out for a Clarendon College throw.
It has been one of the danger men for Dintill in the second half. But you are right, the cross certainly lacked quality.
And that has been really and truly the story of this game. Just lacking that final touch of quality at the crucial moment. Both teams have struggled to create clear opportunities. But both teams, on the other hand, have defended valiantly in numbers. Take another look at it. Brilliant ball in behind. Great touch to take it around the keeper, and there, just there, at the crucial moment, caught under his feet. And he sorted it out, but not quickly enough. And Rampasal was furious with himself. Here's Morrison. Good defensive clearance again from Clarendon, trying to hold it up. He does well actually in the end, Rampasal, to find a teammate. But good defending from Rain Gale. And the clearance turns into a good pass for Small. Now looking to play it in behind. And now going for the return. And Small just lost control of it at that last moment, and he's gone down holding his hamstring, and that doesn't look like a good one.
Yeah, getting that ice applied immediately. Certainly looks like he's in a lot of discomfort. It's Dintill's number 11. Here it is once more. Off ball as well.
Yeah, he's in some discomfort there after the combination play between himself and Nicholas Paris. Confirmation of the substitution. Nicolai Forbes won't add to his brilliant goal scoring tally this season. Rampasal nearly added to his tally mere seconds after coming on. Nonetheless, it's still 0-0 here, 70 minutes played. Throw in, down the line, hooked away, and out by Morrison. Clarendon College throw.
Still no clearer indication of whether or not we'll see a goal in this contest. Dintill did apply some pressure at some points during this second half. Clarendon haven't quite been as attacking, I would say, but they haven't been for most of this contest.
And again, you see Deshaun Petgrave putting in an aggressive but fair challenge. And that just shows football is a funny old game. We really and truly expected a free-flowing, attacking game, especially from Dintill. But what we've seen is a really rugged defensive battle between two teams that very rarely concede in the DaCosta Cup this season. Oh, and it was nearly a lovely ball in behind, but Clarendon College win it again. And again, Dintill do well to defend that through ball attempt, and it could turn into an opportunity for them on the other end. Here's Brian. He's got Small on the other end, but it's a really good, crucial intervention. Brian's gone down though, and the pass from Reynolds is poor, and it's gonna afford the opportunity for Tarafa Brian to receive some treatment. And again, this looks like a touch of cramp.
Yeah, certainly has run his socks off in this game. Dintill's number 11, Omarion Small. It actually is Brian. I believe they call that one water knee.
Yeah, they just swung his boot at it, and the challenge just to nip that ball back from Clarendon was immaculately timed. Brian now back to his feet. Clarendon now have it back underway, and once again try and come forward, and there's a stray arm that time. And again, stop start, very very stop start game, as Reynolds, I believe it was actually Omarion Small who went down. Now though back to his feet, the referee having a word with the substitute Justin Hales, who you really and truly have not seen anything from since coming on just a couple of minutes after the halftime break. And I think that tells the story. Here he is though, Hales looking to drive away, and he's been brought down by Amani Morrison. No indication quite yet if he'll be booked for that. But Hales was away.
Yeah, he was very rapid player. He's Justin Hales. And what he has presented now is a set piece opportunity for Clarendon. They've had many corners, but it's from these free kicks. They haven't had one close enough to the box as yet, but from these free kicks is where we've seen them create the most danger, especially when this man is behind it, Deshaun Petgrave, his left foot. And he's lining this one up.
Petgrave to shoot. And again, he struck it well enough, but still unable to get it up and down in time. And Dante Clark able to just watch that one over the bar. Clarendon College still looking to come forward. I thought that ball went out, and indeed it did. And again, Leger, that just speaks about what we've seen all afternoon. Players just haven't had that final bit of quality to keep hold of the ball and keep it on the floor as the ball goes out to play once again.
And even when the game is becoming a little bit more stretched, more tired legs, we're still not seeing much quality in the game so far.
Still not seen a substitution for Dinthill Technical either. Both changes have been made by Devon Anderson. Could that have an impact as the fresh legs of Clarendon College will look to drive at this Dinthill Technical defense that has done so well throughout this game? Just a quarter of an hour to play, and a foul off the ball there against Clarendon College. And there was a foul on Dominic Grant, the number 15 for Dintill, who has been one of those players marshalling that defensive line, and he's been exceptional this afternoon.
Yeah, he has been. Has stopped most of these Clarendon attacks at source.
And as the time continues to tick over, the closer we get to a potential 0-0 final scoreline, the more you start to think about the next two games for these teams. And again, the ball went out, and again, sloppy play from Dintill, who next play York Castle. And for Clarendon College, their final game of the second round
against Port Antonio.
And when you look towards those two games, both of these teams will be desperate to get victories to close out the round. As things stand, if it remains like this, both teams on 4 points, both teams will still be atop the group, excuse me. Here's Donegan, combining with Small on this left side. Now cut inside on that right foot, back to Small. Again, he will look to drive at the Clarendon defense, and again, he will get away from the first couple, but the third challenge took him off the ball. Dintill still on it though. Here's Brian, driving infield, finding Reynolds, back to Brian. And the first touch from Small, just a forced possession back to Clarendon College, but only momentarily. It's going to be a Dintill throw.
Yeah, tired legs out there now for both teams. Almost like a war of attrition.
Brian's cross is not cleared. Comes out to Reynolds, whose shot is blocked. Header by Reed. Another clearance, that time by Gordon. And Clarendon trying to win the second ball. And again, a free kick in the center circle. And it's another man who's been booked, Leon Reynolds. And the referee is going to have a word with him here, saying no more. Again, I think Reynolds is unfortunate to be in the book to begin with, but he's got to be careful. Has been one of Dintill's better players this afternoon, battling away in that midfield. Clarendon College free kick inside the centre circle, taken by Javon Gordon.
To no one in particular.
Amani Morrison looking down the line for Small once again. We haven't seen much of that combination between left back and left winger in the second half, but here is the left back playing it infield. Again, more sloppy technique in the middle of the park from Dintill. It's a lovely ball over the top, but the strike is not as lovely at all from Justin Hales. Just snapping at it, and that could be a bit of frustration because he hasn't really seen much of the ball this afternoon.
Yeah, he hasn't since coming on in the 47th minute. Only a few opportunities to stretch his legs. As soon as he got one over the top there, immediately opted for the shot, but it was a wild one.
Clarendon College's clearance once again could potentially turn into an opportunity. Booted away though by Dintill, only as far as a body in blue. And now Clarendon College driving down this right wing, throwing his shoulder at it but losing the ball, and Dintill take the throw in quickly with Morrison. Now here's Paris battling away on that far touchline, still has it. Good play that from Nicolai Paris. Morrison infield, looking for Reynolds. Did well to hold the ball up, and now can they spring an attack from this position? Here's Brian, who's got space on this near side, looking for the ball in behind for Grant. Fantastic challenge coming in from O'Shawn Sterling.
Yeah, Clarendon solid again at the back, preventing Dintill, and that's going to be a throw-in heading the way of the team in blue. And the right back stays down, Romain Grant. Tough challenge coming in that time from Petgrave.
And the second game in this group between Port Antonio High and York Castle will be kicking off shortly at 4:45. So we won't know exactly what this result has in store just yet, as you see the challenge coming in. Great challenge, perfectly timed. But we won't know exactly how this result will leave the total landscape of this group just yet. But by the end of the day, both these sides will know, based on how this one ends up, exactly what they'll need from their final game of the round of 32. Just a reminder, in the round of 32, it's the top two teams from each group that go on into the round of 16. Very straightforward. And coming into this game was Clarendon College, who led the way on goal difference due to their 3-0 win in their first game. But both Clarendon and Dintill, as things stand, on 3 points. But if this scoreline remains the same, they'll both be on 4 entering the last game, knowing that a win would see them into the round of 16. It's a poor throw-in from Clarendon College. Dintill win it back. Here's Brian. He's got a player in the middle, and the pass was loose because there was an opportunity there as the shot came in from distance from Reynolds. But it was that pass at the really crucial moment from Brian, because Tariq Samuels had found himself in a nice pocket of space. He's just made his way onto the pitch. Goal kick taken long. Kind of looking to play it in behind, but it's going to be right into the arms of Dante Clark. But just confirming that substitution, it was Giovanni Donegan who went off to be replaced by Tariq Samuels. Header out wide. Manny Morrison does well to win it back, and now he can drive towards the byline. Tries to get Small in behind. And Small, I think, did well to put the pressure on Javon Gordon and force a Dintill throw. Just under 7 minutes to play in this game. Still no indication on a winning goal coming in for either side in what's been a really physical defensive battle between these two teams. Throwing for Dintill. Again, they're just trying to work some space, fashion opportunities. A ball from Reynolds out wide looking for Brian. And he's going to keep it in here. Oh, he had to bail out of that one because the challenge that came in, I think it was Kimo Tingle. It was a crunching one. Ball over the top. Good control. He's not under a lot of pressure here for Dintill. It's a ball in behind looking for Morrison, but it was just a bit behind him. And Nicholas Paris couldn't quite connect with Amani Morrison on that occasion.
Yeah, Morrison has been staying much further upfield in the second half, trying to add an extra number, an extra body in attack. It's yet to prove decisive in this game.
So just confirmed that double change for Clarendon College. Amaria Thomas and Damian Sims both going off to be replaced by Kimo Tingle and Rufus Sheriff. So 5 minutes to play in this game. Five minutes for either side to find a goal that would push them right to the cusp of the round of 16. Morrison's throw towards the edge of the box, flicked on by Dintill. They've got it free in the box here. It's Reed, and he just scuffed his shot at the crucial moment, and Clarendon can get it clear.
Yeah, snatched at it really.
Again, Dominic Grant doing his defensive work expertly, but he's gonna have to do a bit more here as Clarendon College win it back and they work it out wide. Just left the ball behind there. They Tingle. Looking for the 1-2. Again, really good defensive work from Dintill, as we've said so many times this afternoon.
Yeah, when speaking about both teams, really.
Grant just checks and then passes it out wide to Brian. Small calling for it on the opposite end. Comes to Reynolds first though, and now here is Small. Just riding the challenge and then playing it back infield for Reynolds, who took a bit too long on it, but luckily for Dintill, they still have possession. Rampasal came off a bit worse for Weir with that challenge. Here's Grant down the line, looking for Paris. Good defending. And the assistant came off worse for Weir that time.
Did well to actually keep his footing. Referee's whistle temporarily halts proceedings as we have another substitution. Andre Brooks making his way on for Jaheim Senior. Final throw of the dice from Devon Anderson.
Indeed, there's not long left at all in this game. Neither set of fans with anything to cheer for quite yet, as the ball is headed out of play, and Grant will have another opportunity to throw this one long into the box. Brian just showing him exactly where he'd want it. Grant tried to oblige, couldn't quite get it connected to his attacker that time. Will it be third time's a charm for Romain Grant? Throws it into the box, headed out by Clarendon, and then they win the second ball. And no advantage from the referee. I think he said it was just a coming together. And then another fantastic challenge from Dintill, but Clarendon on the ball once more. Can they fashion one last chance? 2 minutes to play plus added time in the second half. Petgrave's ball into the box. Good defensive header once more from Arain Gale. Free kick for Dintill, and that combination of Gale and Dominic Grant in central defense for Dintill has been something to behold.
Yeah, they really haven't let Clarendon in on any occasion, bar a couple. Extremely comfortable, the two big centre halves.
Reed plays it into Brian. Reed gets it back. Good interplay now. And the ball out wide. Lovely play from Dintill. Grant plays it in. Dangerous area. Hooked away by Clarendon College. Good defending from their captain Gordon. And one of the few occasions where we see Dintill work it well. Fashion opportunity to get a ball into the box. But nobody was on the end of it.
Yeah, one of the few occasions that it was a good ball in the box, as well as we see Clarendon College getting a little bit too feisty in the challenge to substitute his first impact in the game, Andre Brooks.
Yeah, and just as Dintill looked like they were going to wriggle their way out of pressure, made a couple nice passes, the referee pulled it back for the free kick. So an opportunity here for the set piece.
Here's a cross once more, and maybe there wasn't a touch coming in. Both attackers trying to attack the near post and
try to attack the near post there again, but Clarendon get it clear. Only as far as Brian. Here's Reed. Over to Reynolds. Clarendon again, still, even into the 90th minute, pressing high, trying to win the ball back. Dintill work it around them though. But that tells you the story of this afternoon, as the ball from their captain, Rodane Reed, was too heavy for Brian. Again, they win it back as we enter 2 minutes of added time, 2 minutes for either of these sides to try and get what would be a massive goal. And again, sloppy play from Brian. But the clearance from Clarendon only gives possession right back to Dintill. And again, when he had more time on the ball, he elected to get it clear, but this one could turn into an opportunity. But the defensive work from Arain Gale, first to win the header and then to clear it away. Brilliant commanding of his area. Clarendon keep it in, and they're still on it. Just momentarily, and the ball is out for a throw-in.
it's actually 4 minutes that were added on. We've already had one of those minutes as a late challenge comes in, but Dintill keep possession and they look to attack down this right hand side.
It's Brian once again who's been the brightest spark in the second half. He snaps at the shot though. On a slip, affords him possession once more, gets a ball towards the back post. Oh, and at the crucial moment he just missed his kick. And Clarendon can clear, and was that Dinthill Technical's big chance?
I believe it was, you know. That ball landed right under his foot. I think he wanted to get it in his stride.
It was Nicholas Paris.
Arriving late in the box, and I believe it was a big chance, unless they can do something now, but it's offside. Down the left. Clarendon. One of the few occasions that they've allowed space in behind, and it was a mistake. Defender slipping there, just allowing enough space for the cross to come in, and
it was actually Omarion Small,
yeah, arriving at the back post.
And if it was any player for Dintill that you wanted it to be this afternoon, it was him, because he's been one of their biggest threats. But right at the moment where he had to pull the trigger, couldn't make good enough connection. And was that their last chance going begging, as the referee ensuring that the free kick is taken from the correct position. Just over a minute to play. Scoreline still reads Dinthill Technical 0, Clarendon College 0. And a player down in the middle of the park for Dintill. Clarendon will continue, but only for a moment, as the referee pauses proceedings, I think, for a head injury. It's Tarafa Bryan, who's struggling quite a bit here. I'm going to resume with a drop ball for Clarendon College with not long left at all to play.
I think we'll have a little bit of extra time added on to this 4 minutes as Clarendon look to start an attack.
And Brooks speared it out wide to that right side. And they're looking to force their way through here, but very good defending again from Dintill, still with Clarendon. And then the numbers game doing so well all afternoon for Dintill. Grant throwing in a challenge, and then Romain Grant missing the ball though, and a strike. Really, it was a snapshot from Rampasal, and it provided very little threat for Dante Clark, who was positioned very well at that near post to get behind it. And it's going to be another free kick here for Dinthill Technical.
Probably the last throw of the dice for Dintill.
We've played the 4 minutes of additional time that was initially added on. And O'Rain Gale will launch this forward in an attempt for Dintill to grab a late winner here at home against Clarendon. Grant's free kick towards the penalty spot. Headed away by Clarendon College. Dintill still have it with Bryan. Looking to drive towards the byline on that right foot. Feints a couple of times, still has it.
No support.
Oh, and eventually he's crowded out. He wins his tackle though. And Clarendon have got to be sure with this clearance. They do get it away. Referee checks his watch. And that indeed will be that. One of the very rare occasions between these two sides where we do not see any goals going in. Sure, there were chances, but none of them really clear cut. And at the end of this game, in round of 32 action between two big teams in the Da Costa Cup, the full-time scoreline reads Dinthill Technical 0, Clarendon College 0. We'll be right back after this break with full-time highlights as well as the top striker.
Internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winford Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
So much more than entertainment.
Hey everybody, I'm Yendi, and this is Odyssey with Yendi. In this space, we connect with some of your favorite people as they share their journeys. Here we have some unfiltered conversations as we deep dive into their inspirations, motivations, and experiences to inspire our own life journey.
Odyssey with Yendi, brought to you by Grace, Singer, and IslandNet Services.
This Heroes Weekend, Sunday, October 19, the only place to be is Sabina Park for a rise to the occasion with Sizzla Kalungi. Get your tickets at Gina's Pharmacy, Portmore, Fesco, Ferry, Beechwood Avenue, and Stony Hill. Signature Style, Central Plaza, Halfway Tree, Wicks by Gray, McMaster Super Center, Kaya Herb House, Kingston, and St. Anne. Or online at risetotheoccasionlive.com. Pre-sale tickets, 6.5 General, VIP 13,500.
Where it all begins. The quest to become great. Inspired by those who went before them, these four boys dream of playing in the ISSA schoolboy football competitions.
Will you score this for Casey? Will you score? It's a shot! It's a goal!
and it's a shot, and it's a goal. And KC has won the Manning Cup, and they will play Clarendon College in the Olivier Shield.
Welcome back, one and all, to CVM TV's live and exclusive coverage of the DaCosta Cup 2025 round of 32. The final scoreline here from Dintill was Dinthill Technical 0, Clarendon College 0. Didn't have any goals, but we did have some action that we will take you through in these full-time highlights. Early chances from Clarendon College came by way of set pieces. Petgrave was a threat throughout. That strike cannoned off the wall and then off the post. Clarendon continued to threaten. That time it was Nicolai Forbes who came away with the ball, but his shot was blocked really well from Rain Gale, who did well all afternoon. Another opportunity for Clarendon College. This time it was a chance for Anthony Reid, who eventually got on the end of it and just tried to toe poke that ball past Dante Clark, but the Dintill keeper made himself big and his defenders did the rest, cleaned it up and cleared it away. Another free kick here. Dante Clark made to work at full stretch, punched that one away, and ensured we went into the halftime break at 1-1. Dintill started that second half, the better of the two teams. Corner kick came in, the header from Brian was loose, and then it was more set plays from Dintill trying to turn the screw. But this was the biggest moment for Clarendon College. Rampasal, the substitute, moments after coming on, he rounded Dante Clark so well, but right at the crucial moment, got the ball caught under his feet and couldn't turn it home. Dintill would have more opportunities in this game, got the ball into the box, it just evaded both Small and Paris. And in the end, the quality was just lacking from both teams. Brian, once again, who was a live wire all second half, got his shot blocked, got back on it, a slip affording the space to get the cross out, and Amarian Small just couldn't make a good enough connection on that strike. It was really and truly one of the last chances for Dinthill Technical. He came flying in, but couldn't make connection, and that was that in the end. And with neither side really and truly fashioning clear-cut opportunities, these were the full-time stats. 50-50 possession, split right down the middle for both teams. 13 shots for Clarendon College, 9 for Dinthill Technical. Clarendon College with 6 on target, double the total of Dintill. 13 fouls for Clarendon College to the 7 of Dinthill Technical. This was an extremely physical game. It was a hotly contested defensive battle between both teams, and we saw that displayed in the yellow cards as well. 3 yellow cards, all for Clarendon College. I believe there was actually 1 yellow card for Dintill given out to Leon Reynolds. I think unfairly so. No red cards for either team. 9 corner kicks for Clarendon College and 3 for Dintill Technical. And as I said, this was a contest. What we lacked in goals, we did certainly have in defensive action, in physicality, in challenges flying in wherever you looked. And it was certainly one of those games where we didn't have a lot to cheer about really. Neither side's fans had anything to cheer about, but they were on the edge of their seat all afternoon. Indeed, for Dinthill Technical, I think their best players in this game, in that second half, surely it was Tirafa Bryan, who provided most of their threat, but Amarian Small on that left wing as well was a major player. And for Clarendon College, I mean, throughout the game, Nicolai Forbes popped up in several dangerous positions, had 1 snapshot early in that first half, but in the end, Clarendon were marshaled, I think, very well by the 2 big centre halves for Dinthill Technical, Dominic Grant and Rain Gale. Those two, when it came to channel defending, when it came to their aerial battles, when it came to playing it out from the back, Gale and Grant, both fantastic this afternoon, and they were a big reason why Devon Anderson's Clarendon College could not come away with a goal in this game. But when you take a look at Clarendon College, defensively, they did most of their defending from the front with that high press. They tried to win the ball back off of Dintill very quickly, and they did so, especially in that first half on several occasions, as Clarendon College, I think, were probably the better team in that first half. But in that second half, you saw Dintill grow into the game as their defenders started to take charge a bit more. And really and truly, they were able to find the feet of their wingers and create some chances in that second half, but nonetheless, none of those chances turned to gold for Dinthill Technical and for Clarendon College. In pre-match, we had a word with both coaches, Lenny Hyde and Devon Anderson. They both said that they anticipated a great game, a tough game. And Lenny Hyde in particular said that and we have the man of the match presentation here given to the captain of Clarendon College, Javon Gordon, who certainly had to battle all afternoon. He had a difficult task marshalling the back line of Clarendon College and keeping their midfield stitched together, but Javon Gordon did that task really well. He was presented the man of the match. Also a presentation being done to Dante Clark, the goalkeeper of Dintill, who we gave his plaudits a couple of times throughout the game, but overall, he was truly fantastic. Made those saves off the set pieces, but what he really gave Dintill was some confidence and some comfort, because on every occasion when he was called into action, he came out confidently, made himself big, and that's why he was highlighted. We're gonna go quickly to the interviews from Giovanni Brady.
All right, Coach Anderson, a hard-fought draw between two top teams. Give me your thoughts on today's game.
It was a very competitive game, you know. I mean, any day I'll take a point away from home. You know, kudos to the youngsters. They went out there in a somehow hostile environment, and as you just said, they fought hard. You know, going away with 3 points, with a point. I had 3 points, but nevertheless, I'll take one and go.
What are some of the things in today's game that you think probably you guys could have done better to ensure you got the 3 points instead of just one?
The inexperienced nature of the kids. I mean, we could have put down the ball more and pass it. But nevertheless, I mean, I'm not going to knock them. You know, I'm going to applaud them for the effort and come again.
You think going up against Lenny, former CC coach, should have had any impact on some of the players, or you think it's you don't think so?
We come to play football, and that's what we did.
All right, thanks very much, Coach.
You're welcome.
Yes,
exciting. 2 halves. I think they had little at the first half, but we took over the second half. We had to spend most of the time in their half. Attacking wise, we weren't clinical. The decision around the 18-yard box and in the box, I think the occasion get to them, the situation and things, so they were very excited when we get in the attacking third. I think we should be more composed and play the 1-2s and wait. We should be more patient, and when the ball crosses, we had players there to finish. You know, but excellent game. Both teams played well, and I see some good things in my team, but just up the top. Defensively, we are solid. We just have to work on the top part of the team.
You spoke about emotions getting the best of the players. What about you, Coach Lenny Hyde, coming up against Clarendon College?
I'm an old veteran of this. We call the shots and tell the players them what are expected of them. Some things that we practice or didn't see today because of the situation. So it's a new team for me, a new situation for me. So it will take a time for them to get what I'm trying to get across to them.
All right, good game, and thanks very much, Coach Hyde.
Yeah, man, bless her.
Okay, we now go back to commentary.
Thank you very much, Giovanni. And you heard from both coaches, I mean, echoing the sentiments that me and Leger had in that this is a very hard-fought defensive battle, and a battle in the end that ended up in a 0-0 draw. The spoils are shared, and both sides, for the moment, will remain joint top of Group 6 in the round of 32. Group 6 action is underway between Port Antonio and York Castle. So at the end of the day, both of these teams will know exactly what they need in the final game of this round. Thank you once again, one and all, for joining us for round of 32 2025 Da Costa Cup action live on CVM TV. Make sure you keep it locked because we'll have more Da Costa Cup and Manning Cup action as the weeks go by and as we go into the latter stages of these competitions. I've been Anthony Goalie. Thank you once again to Leger Williams and Giovanni Brady and everyone in our coverage team. And that's all for now. Bye-bye.
CVM Sports Issa Schoolboy Football is brought to you by KFC, Ping Pong, Catch, Water, Pringles, True Shake, Powerade, Burt's Auto Parts.
I know you weren't expecting to see me here. Now you can find your favorite chicken and snacks in the same place. It's true. Come on in.
Introducing the delicious combination of KFC fried chicken and Doritos nacho cheese. The KFC Doritos Zinger, a crunch that's finger-licking good.
Come on now, ping pong chairs, choo-choos, amazing, taste so good. Feed your cravings, chocolate rich, you'll be craving more and more and more and more. Here comes the craze. Ping pong chairs and choo-choos, feed your cravings, you know you want to.
Now it's a party with ping pong.
Team, we need to pass the ball quicker, much quicker. And you need to make sure I'm the coach.
And I'm the assistant coach.
No. Your job is to bring the water and keep us hydrated. Matter of fact, where's the water?
I've got it, coach.
The following program has been rated G and is suitable for general family viewing.
Welcome everybody, we are back. What's happening? What's up? How you doing? How have you been? I'm excited to be